Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 2017 Mod Showcase with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys and girls are all well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. I've got this yet another nice little placeable for you to have a look at, and of course the link for this will be in the description down below for you to download and have a go with. And what mod is it today? It is the Placeable Farm Fruit mod. And it's made by the modder of the name of The Snake. He seems to be something that's he's churning out quite a few mods at the moment, and I've done quite a few of his mods already on the channel, so please feel free to have a look at some of those if you haven't done already. But anyway, this is version 1 of this mod, and as you guys and girls know, if you're watching this at a later date, the modder may have come in and updated it, so he could have potentially changed the functionality and the way that this mod works. So if you're watching this at a later date, please bear that in mind. It may have changed and it might not work in the same way as I'm demonstrating today. But anyway, let's get the boring bit out the way first before I show you how to get this thing up and going. First of all, let's show you where it is in the mod section. Once you download it and installed into your Farming Simulator, you'll find it in Placeables. And it should again be a two-parter. Again, something like I've said in previous mods of this modder, again, it will need a good bit of flat land for this to go into. As you can see, it quite easily clips into any terrain which you've got, so it needs a good bit of flat land. So I do recommend that, but it is freely placeable, so you know. And the cost of that is, the farm itself, is 60,000. To purchase, and it's 50 per day in maintenance. The sales point is 1 in whatever currency you're working in, and 0 per day in maintenance and costs. Again, that's also freely placeable, but that's where you find it. Once you placed it, you'll find it a bit like this, exactly like this, in fact, because this is, I've literally only just placed this, and you'll find it looks a bit like a deserted orchard. That's jump up and I'll show you what the trees look like. You'll find this quite good because once you start getting this up and running, it looks pretty cool. You've got like the little ladders, they're non-climbable unfortunately, and you've got the little water well here. You've got ladders, but they're, again, say they're non-climbable. As you can see, it's glitched slightly into the terrain here. This is the best bit of land I could work with, so just for demonstration purposes. But you know, as you can see, you've got the little wheelbarrows just down here. Let's just jump back down. Nice little wheelbarrow here. The crate point or the pallet points are just here. Cherries should appear here and orange should appear there. This is the info point just over here. So if I bring up the dialog box, you can see what you got there, what it's got ready, etc., percentages, and I'll show you tip points. This is tip point for water, and this is a tip point for compost. So if you haven't got a placeable compost maker, or your map doesn't have compost on it, you're going to have to start thinking of downloading a compost maker or doing it on a map that has compost freely available. But anyway, I digress. Let's jump into the old Mercedes over here. Again, this is just for demonstration purposes, just to show you guys where you need to be, what you need to do. So if I bring up the dialog box and come out, so you guys know roughly whereabouts you need to be. It might appear straight away. There we go. So as you can see, it says liquid trigger start, name start. Okay, so let's just pull it forward a little bit further, turn the engine off so you guys can hear me over the roar of the engine, and start unloading. As you can see, it's going in and the little gauge is going up. You've got this little, I don't know if that actually works, that little water tube that's there. We'll soon discover. It's got like a little ball in it. And it does look like it's moving, but that could just be my imagination. Could just be my imagination. But anyhow, Next thing you're going to need is some compost. Jump into the old JCB over here, and I'll again come out of cab so you guys can see what's going on. Again, I placed this in an ideal placement for this. I'm going to have to sort of like back this in as best as I can and crash into the pole. Right. As you can see, the trigger almost come up straight away, so you don't have to be spot on with it. As long as you're near the tip point, you should see it says unload, and a little unload symbol comes up on your box. So let's throw it in and see what happens. As you put more in, compost in, the trees all suddenly bloom. And it looks like it doesn't take a great deal to fill this thing up with compost, so you know, you don't have to have a massive amount of compost in your stores to get this thing up and running. Let's move this out of the way as well. Let's park this over here, just like that. Turn it off. Jump out. And let's walk back over here. Again, let's just engage flight mode and take a look round. As you can see, if I turn my torch on, you can see the little oranges appearing on here and little cherries appearing on here. Pretty cool, huh? Some more oranges. Is that more oranges? Yep, more oranges. That's more cherries. More cherries. Kind of reminds me of the Rossenberger mod I used to do on 15. That's the same principle applied on that. The trees would slowly grow, and as you harvested them, come off. But then if you look at the wheelbarrow, it's full of, looks like lemons, but jump back down. I'm guessing that's meant to be oranges. Yeah, looks more like oranges close up actually. And that's again for demonstration purposes. I shall fast forward time just to save you guys having to wait around. And I'll just quickly walk back around the point itself. There's the sales point here, which again freely postable. No woman on this one, unfortunately. And just quickly run around so you guys can see what this is all about. How the it all looks as it's running away. There's no actual animation. I don't know if the modder's planning on bringing in an animation of people sort of like working in the vineyard, maybe climbing the trees and picking the fruit. That'd be a pretty cool thing. Again, I don't know if the modder's planning on doing that. You never know. Future, he might think about doing it. Again, you've got some little bits and bobs just sitting around on here. Looks like the pavement cracking up. And the composter itself, it's got a nice little gauge on it. Shows you how much you got in it. We walk over to the info point. Bring up the dial-up box. As you can see, that one, you know, that trailer, I've more or less filled it up with compost. My water bowser only filled it up to just over halfway, but it's enough to get it going for demonstration purposes. It looks like it's more or less full, and it is, because it's shut down. So I'll slow down time and engage superpowers. Oh, right, don't try this at home, kids. It's really bad for your back. Right. So yeah, send object. I think that is cherries, but don't quote me on that. Let's throw it down and see how much money we get for it. Yes, as I suspected, this is because I did an off-screen test on this. This varies in amounts, because when I first sold the first pallet of cherries, it was just over 2.5 grand. Now it's only, well, 1,700 odd. And let's see how much the orange is. So again, it's all down to demand at the time, I guess. Like everything else in the game. Choose the right time to sell it. Again, it's just over 1,500. Again, it can go up and down depending on demand. But that more or less concludes this mod showcase. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to like. Helps me out. I don't mind you liking. And if you didn't like this, again, feel free to dislike. But please leave a comment down below, so then I can improve in the future. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this mod showcase, again, guys and girls, feel free to share. Helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel and see future mod showcases or anything else that I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.